Hello and welcome. The show called One Step is taking it to another level. Live streaming. I expect some constructive criticism as time goes by, as this is a new venture, new addition to One Step. The plan is to get into some news back in Jamaica and also internationally. So as we progress, for those who have not yet subscribed to the show and is new to seeing this face, get used to seeing this face. The plan is to live stream, share some news that's going on in Jamaica and internationally. The show is called One Step. My name is Joel Bennett. If you are new to the platform, if you have not yet subscribed, please do. Need your support. So going forward, you guys will see me, sharing some reports, some current news stories. Also want to find out what my listeners want to hear as well. But the plan overall is to get into some current affairs stuff that's taking place back home. Jammed up. And though I might not be currently living in Jamaica, it is still home. And so my focus is to build a bridge, make a connection, get back my Jamaican affairs going. And so I'm gonna need your guys' help. You may be wondering, what am I gonna be talking about news? But the thing that I might not spend too much time on is crime and violence, because Jamaica is more than that. And everywhere have its issues where crime is concerned. So I don't want this to be about the crime that happened in Jamaica. Crimes are happening everywhere. So matter of fact, I'm going to get into that too. Again, for those that have not yet logged on, for those that have never seen this space before, I'll keep repeating it. My name is Joel Bennett. The name is down there. But my show is called One Step. Let's talk about the journey. What journey, you might ask? Anything that related to life. Anything related to life. If you go onto my YouTube channel, you type in _Joel Bennett, you will see some of my scripts making reference to entrepreneur or immigration. What else? I talk about AI because I believe all those things tie into where we're going, where the future is going. And so I want to create an ecosystem where you can find every information related to life. We want to talk about real estate. We want to talk about mental illness. Get some psychology in it too as well. Anything that related to your life's journey. One step. Ecosystem. Want to create a pathway where you can get answers, you can get direction, you can get support. The show is called One Step. My name is Joel Bennett. Currently, I am building out the live streaming platform because I need to connect with my audience more. And I don't just want to connect with individuals in Canada. I want to connect with individuals in Jamaica. I want to connect with individuals in the US. And wherever you guys are, the show called One Step want to be a platform where you can enjoy. But I have to build on what I know, and what I know is home, and home is Jamaica. And from there, the hope is to scaffold myself into other environments. So there is no limit to where I want the show to go. Like I said, an ecosystem is a huge community. And so I want to build that ecosystem. Prior to my live stream, I was making video, but I need to spread my wings a bit further. So let's get into some stuff that's going on back in Jamaica here. Let me see. So this was October 21st. This is actually yesterday. 9 suspected extortionists held in Alfred Tree Transportation Rail. My gosh, man. When I read some of these reports, it just feels like I'm watching a movie. Like, guys, they watch some shows on TV and they decide, you know what? You know, the robbers came out successful and they got rich, and there's no such thing. There's no such thing when it comes to crime. It's only, you know, I've learned that there's only 2 ends to crime. You know, 6 feet under or in prison, behind bars. So let's hear what this story is about now. The Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, PSTP, and the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch conducted a joint operation targeting individuals involved in the extortion of public passenger vehicle PV auto. Halfway tree, missed that face. During the operation, which took place on Thursday, October the 19th, between the hours of 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., 9 persons were apprehended on suspicion of extortion, violation of the Road Act, and other offenses. 2 of the individuals arrested are persons of interest in gang-related activities in the area. Ah, boy. Jamaican men, youths, come on, man. Put away the life of crime. Let's see what else happened here. The operation conducted in response to concern raised by the drivers, PPV operators, about being extorted by individuals demanding money in exchange for allowing them to operate in the area. So the extortionists them say, we own Alfred Tree. You have to pay. Oh my Lord. Okay. The operation was conducted in response to the concern of the drivers. The operations also aim to disrupt the activities of gang involving extortion and other criminal activities in Alfred Tree. So police officers want to make an example of these individuals. Crime still does not pay, my people. It does not pay. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. Here is another interesting one. Let's read this one. It's be funny. Cops search for cow thief after 2 bulls found in the back of a Toyota Wish. All them get the bull cow them in the car back. How? Oh my God. I'm trying to imagine a bunch of guys forcing 2 cows in the back of a car. The Toyota Wish, it's like a minivan, right? I think it's like a minivan. But anyway, these criminals decide to get strategical. If kids, I should say kids, but where they can force the cows in and have space at the back to accomplish the getaway plan. Let's read the story here because I'm curious. I'm super, super, super curious. Let's go here. Let's go here. Hold on. Swift action. Make sure this is short here. Yeah, it's short. Okay, cool. Swift action after police aided by citizens of Mal to the recovery of 2 brown bulls which were stolen on October 11, 2023. Now, bulls are expensive, you know. If you know anything about farming, cows in general, and the bulls, expensive because guess what? The bulls are the ones they use to breed up the other cows. And so farmers would rent a bull from, the next farm down the road just to, impregnate his other bulls to make more cows. And the farmer, they have to pay the man who owned the bull to come impregnate his cows. So the bulls are expensive. And so it's kind of painful when, you lose your main source of revenue. And farmers in Jamaica don't play, If they find out who the thieves are, my God, it's not going to be pretty. Let's read the rest of the story. The owner reportedly fed the cows earlier on the above mentioned date and left the area. So the owner took a break, after working hard for the day. At about 7:45 p.m., citizens observed a black Toyota Wish parked up along the roadway. Men were observed loading the cows into the van. My God, blatant too, in the open. So it's not like they wait until night. They didn't even wait until night. They know the farm because they probably been watching, right? They're waiting for the farmer to, take a break and head home if the farm is away from the house. And as the man leave, try to force the cows in the back of these guys are brazen. The lawmen were contacted and the vehicular checkpoints set up at several major corridors. The cows were later recovered along the main road. However, the culprits escaped. How they escape though? Unless somebody phoned them and say, yo, cops they don't, so you better make a run for it. You can't imagine the cows them at the back of the van, well tucked in. The police wish to commend the citizens who reported the matter early, which aid in the swift recovery of the cows. I'm glad the farmer was able to get back his cows, man. Because that would have been sad. Can you imagine how much he paid for those bull cows? And then you just walk and come take the man cow? That's not right. That's not right. I'm glad they were able to recover those animals because that's the man's family investment. Kids probably depend on the father for, to send to school and pay the bills and support the family. That's not right, man. All right. It's not right. All right. Let's see what else we have here. That was an quite interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's pop this one open. If you have just jumped on, so maybe you're not seeing the live stream now, but you're catching the video and stuff. Listen, I'm asking for some subscription, guys, girls. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go on to YouTube, put in _Bennett, hit the subscription button, send out some comments, tell me what you want to hear. You want to hear entertainment, you want to hear sports. I'm definitely going to incorporate everything, but I need to break it down so I am able to put in what individuals, if the majority wants sports, yeah, I'll put together some scripts for sports. If the majority wants to hear the current affairs, yeah. And as to the timing as to when I'm going to be streaming, I don't know yet, because guess what, guys? Despite the fact that I'm on YouTube, I have a full-time job. I have to make time for for work too, you know. So what I'll do is I can calculate, all right, I'm going to be off at this time. Let's see how consistent I can be with streaming at such and such time. But I need to hear from you guys. Outside of that, I'm just going to stick with the script, which is full-fledged news with some international affairs stuff too as well. A little bit of entertainment, but it's gonna mostly be built on Jamaica, and then I branch out to the rest of the world in terms of news reports and so forth. Because there's lots going on in the world that maybe you don't have the individuals that are listening right now don't have the time to, they're not aware, but that's why I'm here. My name is Joel Bennett. The show is called One Step. Let's talk about the journey. And so I'll put together stuff that I know that you need to hear. If my listeners vote for that is. All right, let's get into some more news here. Let's get into this. Education Minister outlines people know how day and age. It's the future. You know, where I live, and I'm sure you guys know about Amazon, one of the biggest retailers. I don't even think they're a retailer, but they're wiping out retailers, I would say. And so the time will come when Amazon will deliver your stuff via some drone or some AI robot, come drop it off at your door. AI is the future. It's coming. It's coming. Artificial intelligence. And guys, if you want to learn a little bit about AI, I have a script on my channel. Again, log in. You will see an AI basic introduction to what AI is. I did a script on that, and so that's on my channel as well. Okay, let's see what he's saying here. Education and Youth Minister Favour Williams, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correct, says the ministry is committed to exploring how artificial intelligence, AI, should be used to benefit the various education institutions. Let me hear what he's saying here. Addressing the 7th Dennis Irvin Lecture, okay, hosted by the University Council of Jamaica, UCJ, under the theme Artificial Intelligence, a paradigm shift for quality assurance in higher education. Mrs. Williams urged stakeholders to embrace the possibilities that the technology provides for the sector. Now, the thing about AI can be used for so many different things, and it just all based on what it will be used for, because we're talking about a technology that is in its infant stage. And AI can use for many things. It can use to check your phone. It can be used to provide data for research. It can be used for so many different things. And these are all algorithms, all software programs that are built with intelligence, are the capability to think just like any human being, but more advanced. And that's why it's called AI. AI introduces personalized and adaptive approaches that caters to the unique needs of each student, and has revolutionized the teaching and learning landscape. As shared by many teachers and the primary and secondary levels, the issue of quality assurance in higher education is fundamental for accreditation standards. Now, that's good that they're putting focus on education and not something else that is a bridge to human rights or whatever. Because knowledge is power. Advancing or improving ways to teach our kids, I'm with that. Who don't want their children to become smarter than them? So I'm definitely with that. Let's see what they have to say here. AI emerges as a potent tool with the potential to make substantial improvements in the education sector, she said. The lecture was held on Thursday, October 19 at the University of the West Indies Regional Headquarters in St. Andrew. Mrs. Williams noted that while AI could usher in a new era of enhanced overall quality education in Jamaica, ethical considerations with the use of AI remain at the forefront. So you see, because discovering new ways of doing things is good enough. Basically, we human beings, when we discover something that can improve and serve some good purpose, we think the Eve. No, what I said, the Eve part. But then we start to think about other stuff that we can use it for, because we see benefits, and that's where the dark side of humanity normally poke itself. Considering that it is not merely about harnessing technology, but also about its responsible and ethical use, with due respect for the rights and privacy of Jamaican students and educators. See what I'm saying? So though AI is inevitable, I just because you put power in the hands of man, they feel invincible. And that's where the concern is. Let's see what the rest of it. We must establish comprehensive policies and regulations that guide the development and the usage of AI in education, the minister said, which is true. I mean, as long as they can create policies that say these are the standards that we are using this by, and the rules and so forth and regulation are established, then yeah. But just putting it out there and saying let's use it for this, no, you have to set rules and boundaries, because I guarantee you somebody's gonna come up with an idea to use it for something else. I guarantee you. Okay, now I saw this article that I'm very curious about. Very curious about. Let me get into this there. Let's get into this. GISCAD Jamaica Limited's geo tracking solution, more than just tracking. There's a video here. I like when there are videos. When there are videos, it's quite entertaining when you can hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak, and me read it. Shout out to all those who are watching this or is now watching the video. My name is Joel Bennett. This is a next level to the show called One Step. The plan is to make some connections with Jamaica and the rest of the world by reading the news, getting into some current affairs stuff, sharing what's going on in Jamaica and the rest of the world, taking the show to another level, taking myself to another level with connecting with my listeners. So whereas there isn't anyone online right now, let me check and see. I don't really expect anyone to be online, but I'm practicing. I need to practice. So this is me starting out. Want to connect with you guys. If you have jumped onto the live stream and maybe you're just watching the recording side, because right now I'm not seeing anyone online, please subscribe. Give some support. It's just hitting the button. That's all you're doing. Hitting the subscription button. Hitting some likes too as well. Help me to build this platform. I want to stretch my branches out. If you've watched some of my earlier scripts, when I just started out, I made a statement that the plan is to be a tree with many branches. And so I represent that tree. The live stream is one of my branches that I'm using to reach out to connect with you, my listeners. And so we can build this ecosystem. It's an ecosystem. All right, let's watch this video. Let's see what this is about. I'm really curious about this tracking technology that they have. Let me see if I hope the music pauses when I start playing. If not, I might need to go over and pause it. All right, I might need to. All right, let me go pause this here. Okay, nice.
So JustCard was founded in 20th year anniversary. We are the Caribbean's leading provider in fleet management solutions and construction and engineering design solutions. JustCard spans the entire Caribbean with offices in Jamaica, Trinidad, Guyana, and Barbados. So there is a misconception that GPS tracking is one of the main tools in fleet management. Fleet management encompasses all the administrative and organization and management of various mobile assets. What we do that's different from our competitors is that we give our customers the tools to effectively manage their fleets. So tracking, for example, is just a part of what we do. We provide a host of solutions that allow customers to do fuel management, maintenance management. We can also look at the live diagnostics, engine information on vehicles, essentially giving customers analytical tools and all of the information that they need to effectively manage their fleet. What differentiates GeoTrack solutions from other solutions on the market is the scalability. Whether a customer has 2 vehicles or a customer has 1,000 vehicles, we have solutions to help that customer fix their pain points. If a customer has electric vehicles, which is pretty new to the market, we have software and hardware to help them manage those vehicles. Look at charge remotely, look at diagnostics. If customers are having issues with fuel, we can monitor fuel, we can monitor vehicle full-ups electronically and put that data together for our customers so that they have the tools they need to analyze their fleet data, driver behavior, maintenance management, and scheduling. There's so many different directions that we can go with the GeoTrack. A customer switching to GeoTrack depends on the needs of a customer. So we do accept that some customers, their needs are solely tracking. And if your needs are solely tracking, there may be a better solution for you. But if you want security, there may be a better solution for you. But if you want to encompass both of those items along with the long list of features that I have said before, such as the maintenance management and getting expense of a fleet, a company like GeoTrack and JustCard would come in to help customers to achieve these goals. So in the market right now, there is a situation where there's about to be a change out in the 2G network. So most of the GPS technology in the market currently sits on that 2G network. So many customers are faced with a decision on upgrading their systems. So
All right. So pretty much, I mean, it's not like it's a new technology, but maybe it's new to Jamaica. So the whole plan is, which is good. It serves as good security service, also protection of assets. If you have a fleet of trucks or buses or whatever, um, you get to monitor the vehicle's performance. You get to know where the vehicle is. Make sure whoever you employ to operate that vehicle is doing what he's supposed to. Him or her is doing what he's supposed to do. Because the truth is, sometimes you give your vehicle to someone and they're doing their own thing. With geo tracking, you can monitor. You see, he's mentioning there's different levels. You can just track, but you can also monitor. You can monitor the person who's operating your vehicle. You can also monitor the performance of the vehicle itself in terms of how much fuel it's using for the day or for the month or however it is you want to set up for. It's actually a really good technology. It's actually a really good service, and it can improve the productivity of what your expectation are for your fleets. So it's a good technology. It's not really new, but it's probably new to Jamaica. And probably the service in terms of the technology might be a little bit more advanced, but nevertheless, good service. Um, Let's see what else we have here moving along. But geo-tracking, good technology, really good. I don't think though. I don't think that your employees are gonna like that though. That they're gonna be watched and so forth. Okay, so here's another one that I wanted to look into. Yeah, this one. I think this one is what I was thinking about when I watched that one. JPS leads discussion on New Kingston's smart city transformation. I'm curious about this, the smart city transformation. Let's have a quick watch here on this one.
My name is Damon Brackett, grid modernization engineer at JPS. This Smart City Forum
Why is this reason? Okay.
that is being held today is an important step in the process that has been taking place for over 2 years now under a New Kingston Smart City demonstration pilot project that is being planned in collaboration with the Tuatara Group under a USTDA funded technical assistance program.
I'm Doug Schuster. I'm a firm that works primarily in emerging markets. We've worked in about 50 countries around the world. Spearhead smart cities projects here in Jamaica, and starting with New Kingston as a demonstration project where we can deploy some technologies in the near future.
I'm Hugh Hamilton, Director of Grid Modernization and Telecommunications at JPS. I have overall responsibility for the engagement of Tuatara for technical assistance in the feasibility study of a smart city in New Kingston. This project started back in 2000, an importance of introducing technology in different spaces to improve the livability of citizens.
I want to know what the technology is. Very important to bring all the stakeholders together of the study so far, to have discussions around the next steps in developing this project to demonstrate what a smart city is in New Kingston as a pilot area.
Yeah, tell us what a smart city is.
And we have been fortunate to have a number of persons join us, government ministers, Minister Vaz, who brought greetings, Senator, the Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, who brought greetings out of the Office of the Prime Minister, as well as our Mayor of Kingston and representative from the U.S. Embassy and the U.S. Trade and Development Agency.
Hi, I'm Steve Berberick, the JPS CEO. We're delighted to be here today to sponsor the Smart City Forum. Smart City is a place where it's livable, where people can work and live and be connected. And I think JPS can play an important part of that. We can give back to the city and be a great partner for the city in terms of leveraging our infrastructure for cameras and for lighting and for other things that make the city safe and livable. And that's a commitment that JPS would like to try to make and partner with the city to do. Together, we can build a vibrant community where people live, work, and thrive.
Again, Schenectady has been innovative, following in our legacy of
surveillance. That's good.
And creativity started by Thomas Edison when he founded GE over 130 years ago. We today are using innovative things in terms of lighting, remote sensors, data management to make our community more efficient in terms of how we deliver municipal services, include police, fire department, code enforcement.
That makes sense.
And simultaneously, we're hopefully building an environment that's conducive for economic development and fosters sustainability for the community as a whole.
We are a group indeed quite grateful for the leadership that the JPS and the Tara Group, that both of them have been doing the leadership in this area. We welcome the other private sector entities to join and commend those who have been also leading in this way.
I'm very pleased, having been very integral in putting this event together. I'm very pleased with the turnout that we had today. The turnout was overwhelming. We had a very broad representation from different entities, organizations. Persons turned out. It was very interactive. Persons asked a lot of questions, and I'm sure that everyone who left the session today had a much broader, a better understanding of what a smart city could mean for us here in Jamaica. And I
That sounds
personally
good.
look very forward to us really defining for ourselves what it is that we want to achieve in this smart city dream here, and be able to demonstrate that in real terms for New Kingston, and build that are the destinations within Jamaica.
All right. So yeah, honestly, I like the idea. I mean, most of all, I like the fact that I like the surveillance idea. So what I mean by that is because I think one of the reasons why the crime rate is so high in Jamaica is because if there were more cameras in more areas, I feel like there would be. I'm not saying it's going to eradicate the criminal mind or change their plans in terms of what they do and how they do it, but having more surveillance cameras around it will deter people from committing certain criminal act. So that's a big shout out to JPS. I like the plan, the smart city hub. I really hope it's not just talk, and that they actually invest in something like this in Jamaica itself. So I know big applaud for that. All right, let's move it along now. I like this little sound off thing that I've seen here. I wonder if I should touch on that right now. All right, we're gonna do one sound off, and then I want to look into some international news. Didn't know that at the time would move by or go by so fast. Let's. I'm trying to see which one I want to go with here. Um, let's see. Should a man love a woman more in a relationship? All right, let's look at this one because I have a response to. Let me just hear what this guy have to say first. Again, if you have just joined, my name is Joel Bennett. The show is called One Step. It's One Step News, One Step live streaming. I forgot to put in that part. So I have a podcast on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, type in One Step underscore Joel Bennett, you will find my channel where I talk about life, talk about business, talk about entrepreneur, talk about immigration. I even had an interview with one of my friends that wrote her first book. I have links to people who are immigration consultants. So if you have questions, listen, I'm building an ecosystem. I'm building an ecosystem with everything related to life. Anything that you may want to know about money, you want to know about relationship, and it has just started. But I also have to spread my wings a bit wider. So I have to create this is the streaming section of the show itself. Where I can kind of watching live stream, but I still have to build. And this is an opportunity to start practicing. Why am I freezing up there? What's going on? Okay, good. And this is just me, getting used to riding the bike with the training wheels on. So I think this is my second attempt of live streaming, but it's official now. It's official in the sense that the platform has been paid for. All my gadgets are here. I'm well set up. I'm literally ready. So this is just me just saying, okay, let's just rip the band-aid off and let's do it. My official show is called One Step. Let's talk about the journey. Um, and it has been good, man. Like I've had some really awesome interviews, some really awesome guests. My last guest just now was a Nigerian who is a website developer, and you go watch that show. What we are, well, he is doing it, but I am supporting, and I'm also trying to be a part of it too as well. So currently I'm living in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Canada. But let me tell you this, man, I'm still 100% Jamaican. And just because of that, I decided that, you know what? The streaming platform is going to be built on Jamaica. So the plan is to connect via sharing some of the news reports and also throwing some international and current news too as well in terms of stuff that is going on in the rest of the world. But just getting to know my people, my viewers, my audience, and making some connections. So if you guys have any suggestion as to what you want me to talk about where current affairs is concerned, where the news in Jamaica is concerned, like I was saying before, it can be about sports, it can be about entertainment, anything. Just put it in the comment. But first, make sure you subscribe to the show, please. Subscribe to the show, give your support. All right, let's jump into this zone off quickly here because I'm curious about this one. I'm so curious about this one. Let's go. They always run this ad first. But the sound off question is: should a man love a woman more in a relationship? Should the man
in a relationship, who should love more, the male or the female?
Well, honestly, I don't think it's a one-sided thing. It should come from both parties, in my views.
But yeah, we understand. But both of you love each other. But who you think should show more?
I think if there's a relationship with two persons, everybody's supposed to show equal efforts in the relationship. It shouldn't be like me and push more love and she just a hold back, you know?
The man supposed to love the female more, pet and pamper the female. I strongly believe in that. Yeah.
So for me, I would say the male, because the male will love more. When the male loves more, he tends to do a lot more when it comes to giving more attention, giving more affection to the female, because the female is affectionate in her own space, right? Because she's more of a soft lover than the male, because the male have to have this figure when it comes to herself to show, say, hey, we're the man, and at all times we have to show the dominance in the relationship. And if we love more, then we're going to soften up a bit just to show the female that say, hey, we can still show affection and we can still give it the utmost love nonetheless.
No, I think the love should be mutual. I don't feel like anybody should love anybody more.
Then you as the man love the woman more steady. You know, you have a more. You basically you will love her, you know. But it's better when she love you more. When she love you more, she more careful. When you love the woman, no care no the rest. The benefit of the rest. But when she love you, benefits the rest.
But no why? No, two are not love each other.
Should love one another equal. Yeah, love one another equal. Sweet.
Okay, so I'm gonna give my honest response here. In a bit, I'm gonna tell you why I have to give my honest response. Let me make myself a little bit large. Myself a little bit larger because listen. I'm gonna be straight with you. It's not 50-50. I'm gonna tell you why. And this response comes from age, from years of experience, and you know me, a little bit more wisdom. And the truth is, I'm gonna say this, guys. You should love your woman more than she loves you. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. I mean, if you all disagree with me, put it in the comment and tell me why. All right, I'm gonna tell you why. Now, as a man in a relationship, you have to be the example at all times. Now, if you think about it, and if you want to use biblical references too as well, the man was created first, and then after which came the woman. A man should be an example to his woman and his children, and also to the rest of the world. So if there is anyone that should love a little bit more, it should be the man. Because I tell you what, you take away the king from out of the castle is gonna fall apart. You have a weak king in the castle is gonna fall apart. And so I know it sounds unfair, but it's an example, right? And if you think about it, a home fall apart when the man falls apart. And I'm not saying there aren't strong women out there that will still hold the foundation and still, maintain the fort. But at the same time, an example has to be established, meaning more effort has to be given on the side of the man, because the man is the ruler of the house. And ladies, when I say ruler of the house, I'm not saying that he should be authoritarian, but when you make reference to more, when you make reference to leading the pace, setting the standards, establishing the values, making an example to his wife or his woman and his children, I'm being straight with you. The man has to be the one to put out a little bit more effort. I can't see it working out any other way than that. So my answer is the man should love more. I mean, loving more don't mean that the woman is gonna love less. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the man's love should be stronger at all times. That's my honest opinion. If you disagree with me, put something in the comment section and tell me why. And I mean, if that's your feeling, fair is fair. All right. We are strapped for time, so let's see if we can take a quick peek into international news, and then we close it off, and hopefully I'll hear from you guys, and you guys can tell me what you want to hear more of, you know what I mean? All right, quickly jump into international news here, and then we will wrap it up. Let's see what's going on.
When you spoke with your counterpart in Israel, when the president spoke with the prime minister, did they ask specifically for help from the U.S.?
So we, as you know, Dana, provide President Obama a memorandum of understanding with Israel to provide $3.8 billion a year.
So this is in relation to the war that's going on between Israel and Palestine, in Gaza.
Additional requests that the Israelis have made. I think about that later today.
Can you give us a preview?
Let me not get ahead of it, but again, we want to make sure that President Biden to deal with the attacks from Hamas, and as I said, I would expect that there'll be more on that later today.
Before I move on, I just want to ask about any Americans who are in Israel. Is there any indication that Americans were either killed or kidnapped?
Reports that several Americans were killed. We're working overtime to verify that. At the same time, there again, we're working to verify those reports.
So I'm not sure how much you guys are aware, but there is war between Israel and Palestine, and the U.S. is getting involved, and now other parties are concerned, citizens are concerned. Listen, this war is brutal. I've seen pictures of hospitals being bombed, and then there's this huge debate as to who is responsible for the bombing. It's Israel or Palestine, and I'm telling you, they're not showing you the parts where their bodies piled up of kids and family and just absolute sufferation where this war is concerned. I'm gonna see if I can find some other stuff to show before I leave. Now look at this. Look at this. President Biden delivers remarks to make the case continue supporting Ukraine and Israel during their war effort. The US is saying they're supporting both parties, but they're really more so supporting Israel. So that's not necessarily true. Let's see what else we can find here to look up before I go. What else? What else? I wanted to show some of the devastation that place or have been taking place over there. But not finding that video right now. But anyway, the show is called One Step. My name is Joel Bennett. This is new. Um, the plan is to share some stuff that's going on in Jamaica and the rest of the world. This is I'm gonna say this is my first official live stream. Guys, I ask that you give your support by just subscribing to my channel. Just go on YouTube, type in one step underscore Joel Bennett. You will see my channel pop up with most of my script, all of my scripts. You can watch, you can, take part, I'm giving comments. I'm looking for constructive criticism. Well, it's been a pleasure. The time went by faster than I thought. Appreciate the viewers I have right now, and I just ask that you guys, give your support with helping me to build this channel. And it's gonna be fun, man. I like to use that word a lot. It's gonna be fun. You all take care. Have an awesome evening, and bye.